Welcome to Fractions, Decimals and Percents, Session 7. In this session, we will be looking at developing percent concepts. Our objectives for this session involve using grids, number lines, and color tiles as models for illustrating percent concepts. We would also like to build on participants' existing number sense with percent. Lastly, we'd like to review and extend participants' understanding of NCTM number and operation standard. As a session overview, we'll spend 20 to 25 minutes doing homework review as well as discussing the website exploration exercise. Thereafter, we'll spend 60 to 70 minutes completing the grids, color tiles, and number line activities. We'll then spend 3 to 5 minutes reviewing the NCTM number and operation standard, and then lastly 15 to 20 minutes reflecting on the entire session as we close for session 7.
Okay, welcome. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I know it's a little wet, but I really do appreciate you all coming out for session 7. And please don't forget, we will have the last session, session 8, on Thursday from 5 to 7. Okay? We had homework, well, some things that you could have done with your children over the week, over the holiday break. And I also wanted to show you a couple of the websites in case you did not get a chance to go over them. The first one we're going to look at is visualfractions.com. This is a free math website. It does everything with the fractions. I also use this in my class. It's good for 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade. It's even good for the younger babies. Okay? They start off with identifying fractions. You can either identify with a line or a circle. So here they are practicing identifying what part of a whole this would be. Does anyone want to tell me what part of a whole this would be? What you got, Hunter? 7 what? What you got? Okay. 7 out of 1. Okay. What you got, Mariah? You have 7/8. Okay. Oh, say it's too large ones. What you got, Mr. Allen? 6 out of 7. Okay, let's try that one. Okay, they say it is correct. Good job. I miscounted too. Okay. So you can also hit explain, and it'll give them an explanation. The numerator is 6 because 6 parts are chosen as is shown by the red arrow. The denominator is 7 because there are 7 equal parts between 0 and 1. Okay? Kyle? Right here. You just identifying fractions. You're trying to figure out what part of a whole you have. You're trying to figure out what part of a whole you have. If the, I'm sorry, I'm going to do another one. If the lines are too hard, you can also do the circles. Okay? Hunter, you want to do that one for me? Okay? You have 2/4. Could there be another name for this fraction? 1/2. It could be 1/2. Okay? All right? For the 4th and 5th graders, the 6th graders, you can add the fractions. You have like fractions. You also have unlike fractions. This is a free site. You can use it as much as you like. Okay? What you have, Hunter?
6 out of 2.
You want to come up and count?
9.
Out of 9. Numerator still 6. Okay. All right, Kyle, you want to come up and Or you want to tell us what this fraction will be? 5/8. Okay, Mariah, can you come up and tell us what the fraction will be for the second portion? Can you see? You can come up and count it if you like. Well, you have to count how many parts are in between 0 and 1. 3/10. Okay? You have 3/10. You have three shaded blue out of 10 in all. You have 3 parts that are shaded blue out of 10. Okay? This is mainly fifth and sixth. Okay? You can't add these two together. You have to find a common denominator. But we're not gonna get into that. It's gonna be a little bit more. Kyle, do you know a common denominator for 8 and 10? What multiple does 8 and 10 have in common? We're not gonna do the problem, but what multiple? Mariah, what multiple? If I multiply by 8 or multiply by 10, what will they have in common? 80. Anything else? Anything smaller? Mr. Allen?
40.
They'll have 40. Okay? You don't get how they getting it? Okay? All right? Xander, count by tens for me, please. Speak up.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Okay? All right. Sojourner, can you count by eights for me? Okay, go ahead. Help out.
24,
Okay,
32,
help out.
40, 48.
Okay, you're looking for what they have in common. Looking for what they have in common. You have to find a common multiple. You could have used 80 or you could use 40, which would be the least common multiple. Okay? For the fourth graders you are adding like fractions. Anyone know this mixed number? Okay. Not quite 5 out of 6. Let's look at it again. What you thinking, Hunter? Come up and look. Mr. Allen,
5 and 2/3.
can you come show that to us, please, Mr. Allen? You hear man's voice.
I was looking at 5 whole parts, and then I looked at how it was broken down here. You got 1, 2, 3, and then you had 2 areas colored in the red, so that's how I got 5 and 2/3.
Okay, you all see it? You all see it? Okay, did you see what he said? Okay, so you have 5 wholes, 2/3. All right. Can you all figure out what this one would be? Little Daniels? Okay. Is this shaded half? It's 6. Mariah, do you all need to come up some? You can come up to the table. Hunter and Xander and Kyle, what you all come up with? It'll be 1 whole. It'll be 1 whole. Okay? Okay, if you add a whole to 5 wholes and 2/3, what will you get? Mr. Phelps?
6.
You get 6 wholes and 2/3. Okay? All right, parents, this is a free website. Again, it goes all the way down. Basic, we're just identifying. It's on BLM 36 from your packet from last week. Okay? And another resource that we have from NCTM, this is the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. You have different articles and things that you can do to help your child succeed in math. Homework help. You can see how math is being taught differently. And you also have a few other articles that can help you with the success for your child to be successful, okay, if you didn't have a chance to look at it. All right, we had homework. Wrong one. Well, you had decimal problems. You were looking for paths. You were trying to go from 0 to 1, and you had to always move to a larger value. So we wanted to see how many paths could you find, which path was the longest, and which path was the shortest. So discuss at your tables. It was BLM 37. Take about 5 minutes to discuss at your tables, the ones you did last week. You have 4 words. Okay, at your table, I want you to define each word and then tell what the words have in common. Okay, you have centipede, centimeter, century, and cent. Okay, at your tables, at your tables, at your tables. Okay, Hunter, can you tell me what is a centipede?
Centipede is like a insect that has a hard outer shell and
Okay.
like a
Okay. Anyone want to add to that? Anyone want to add to it? It has a lot of legs. It has 100 legs. Okay. What? Okay. What about a centimeter? Xander. Okay. Anybody want to add to that? Kyler? A temperature? Okay. What you say, Mr. Pelt? It's 100th of a meter. Okay, good. What about a century? See, it's 100 years. What about a cent? Kyle? Okay. Okay, it's a coin. Okay, it's a penny. What word do all of these have in common? They all have 100. Exactly. It takes 100 of these to make something. It takes 100 of these. Okay? Now. Okay, good. Okay, let's look at the next word. What does the word per mean? Okay, discuss it at your tables. Take about 1 minute. What does per mean? Okay, for every 100, we're going to make comparisons using percent. We're going to say per 100. We're making a comparison to 100. We're making a comparison to 100. Okay, I'm going to do an example real quick. Mr. Pep and Xander, will you all stand up, please? Okay, you'll face everyone in the room. Okay, this will be a group. The entire group is 100%. Okay, what percent is Xander? He'll be 50. What percent is Mr. Pelt? 50. Okay? If you put both of them together, you get what? 100%. Okay? Thank you, gentlemen. Okay? Can you all stand up? Together, they are also 100%. So, what percent is Kyle? Hunter? Tiavion? Hunter's mom? She is how much? 25. Okay, all them together will be what percent? 100%. Okay. Okay. Can someone tell me why Xander would be 50%, but Kyle is 25%? Mariah? Okay, good. Very well said. Mariah said that it's 4 over here, and she said if they were $1, she said each one of them had to be 25. Very well said. Kyler, why are they 50 and not 25? Okay, I'm trying to make a different way. Xander?
It would be we're 50 because there are only 2 of us, and a $half and $half makes a whole dollar.
Okay, good. All right, Miss Guider, Miss Taylor, their group. All 3 of them together make 100%. They make 100%. You have to figure out how much each lady will be, and it has to be fair, and they have to be the same. They have to be equal. Okay. All right. Mr. Pelt, want to tell us what they will represent? Mr. Pelt, you want to tell the class?
Each one of them will represent 33.333323. You just take 100 and divide it by how many in the group, and they give you that.
Okay.
What each one is worth.
All right. Thank you. All right. Miss Hughley, will your group please stand? Thank you, ladies. All right. Let's look at Miss Hughley's group. Okay. Her entire group, they all represent 100%. 100%. So we're comparing them to 100. Each one of them are the same amounts. Okay? So, okay? Okay? Why are they 20, Kyler?
Because if you count by 2, they go all the way to 10.
Okay. Xander?
2 times 5, and you just put the 0 behind it.
Okay. So each one of them will be 20%. All right. Good job. Each one of them will be 10%. How you know? Okay. Good job. Thank you all. Okay. So each one will be 10%. All right. In your packets, turn to BLM 40. 40. Okay. I want you all to just estimate the percent of each square that is shaded. Do not use the grids yet. Just estimate the percent of each square that is shaded. Take about 4 minutes, okay? And you record your answers on the line. Do not use the grids. 40. Okay? I want you all to just estimate the percent of each square that is shaded. Do not use the grids yet. Just estimate the percent of each square that is shaded. Take about 4 minutes, okay? And you record your answers on the line. Do not use the grids. Okay? Now you're going to check your estimates. You have a clear 100 grid. You can place the grid on top and you can write down what it actually is next to your estimate. See how far or if you're over, okay? Okay, We had a lot of good estimates. A lot of people got most of them correct. You had 3 out of 6 correct. You had very good estimates. Okay. Percent means out of 100. You do not need to have 100 things or 100 items for it to be out of 100. You just have to have you just have any amount. Excuse me. You have any amount. And you also demonstrated this back in session 3 when we used the color tiles. Okay? You can now turn to BLM 41. BLM 41. Okay? You have color tiles at your table in the bags. We're now going to make a visual model for the color tile, using the color tiles to make up what's given. Okay? We're going to do number 1 together. Excuse me. We have 10% of our model will be blue, 20% will be green, 30% will be red, and 40% will be yellow. So take about 2 minutes at your table, and then we'll do number 1 together. Give me this, give me this, give me this. All right. She's going to go ahead and demonstrate what she has.
So first I got 10 blue.
10%.
10%. Then it says get 20% of green, so I got that. Exchange it out for 2 of the blue. Then I got 30% red, and I had to get 30% blue and trading in for this, the 30% red. Then I had to get 40% yellow and trade it in for the 10% of blue. So then I had 1 more left over for the blue for when it said 10%.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. What she's talking about trading it in, she put out 10 blues. Ms. Jeffries, they put out 10 blues at first to show 10 out of 100. That's what they did first. So she kept 1 of the blues, and then she started trading out. And each one of them represented 10%. Okay? Do we have a volunteer for number 2? Not yet? Huh? Okay. Okay. Miss Taylor's going to take Chance place. She's going to come up and demonstrate number 2. And then Sojourner and Ms. Walker going to do number 3 for us. And 4th grade Daniels. Represent. Where is your baby? Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and put it up. Needs more red. Okay. Inside the red I got. No, that's it. Okay. Okay, Ms. Taylor's going to demonstrate number 2 for us, where we had 50% red, 10% blue, 25% being yellow, and 15% being green.
Okay, so I started out with the red, and I looked at each tile as being 5%. So that meant I had to have 10 tiles for red, and then blue was 10%, so I had to have 2 blue. Yellow was 25%, so I had to have 5 yellow. and then green was 15%. I had to have 3 for the 15%, for a total of 20 tiles.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Good job. Okay. We have Ms. Walker and Ms. Welch coming up for number 3, where they have 75% green and 25% yellow. Okay. Okay, make sure you tell them what you thought about to come up there. Okay.
We thought how much was 75% and 100, and it was 3 tiles because it takes 3/4 to make 75 cents. So we put 3 green tiles for 75 cents, and it is 1/4 to make 25 cents. So we put 25 cents, and 75 cents plus 25 cents is 100.
Okay, good job. Thank you, ladies. Okay, while we eat, we're going to have different tables do different problems. All right. 4, 5, 6. Okay, Mr. A. Come on. I start off.
Each one represent 5.
5%.
So 5%. So 5, 10, 8 times. Hold up. 8 times 2 equals.
Okay, we're going to start up with number 4. We have Caitlin and Shamaya. They're going to do number 4 for us, where number 4 we had 80% being blue, 10% being red, 5% being yellow, and 5% being green. So we're going to see what these two ladies came up with.
Represents 5%.
Mm-hmm.
So we did 5 times 5, but gave us 2 to get the red. No.
5 plus 5.
Yeah, 5 plus 5 to get the red, which equals 10, and then we had 5 for the yellow, 5 for the green.
How we got the blue, it says 80% blue, so since each is 5, 80,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Mm-hmm.
we divided 5 into 80, and we got
Mm-hmm.
16.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right. Good job. Thank you, ladies. Okay. They came up with, they said each one of their tiles represented 5, so they divided 5 into 80, and that's how they came up with the 16 blue. And then they knew that two reds would be 10%, 1 yellow is 5, and 1 green is 5. Okay, thank you. Kyla's gonna do number 5 for us. Mm-hmm. Just go ahead and make it how you did it. Do you remember what you did?
The NCTM standard for numbers and operations requires students to develop a deep understanding of rational numbers through experiences with a variety of models such as fraction strips, number lines, 10 by 10 grids, area models, and objects. As part of our reflection exercise, we would like volunteers to please share what do you think has contributed to your growth in your knowledge of fractions, decimals, and percents. We'd also like to take time to bring your attention to the Bring It Home mathematics